Good morning, everybody. This is Steve Breach coming to you. It has been finally confirmed that the San Francisco 49ers have traded Alex Smith to the Kansas City Chiefs. I think everybody has known that watched any of my 49er videos. I was a real big fan of Alex Smith. I believe that he sort of got shafted out of his job as the starting quarterback of the San Francisco 49ers. I'm not even sure that, they would have gone as far as they did in the playoffs. It's hard to say that when you match up different players at different positions. Officially now I am a Colin Kaepernick guy. I have to be because Alex Smith is playing for the Chiefs. But I just believe after what Alex did for us the year before, getting us to all the way to the NFC Championship game and so close to getting that Super Bowl, and especially just that big drive in that Saints game that just put a whole lot of faith in me in this guy. And I understand that the Niners coaching staff, Harbaugh and the rest of the organization wants to move in a new direction. They think they have their guy, and I honestly really hope they do. I hope the 49ers can continue in their winning ways, and hopefully this quarterback that's able to move around and still be able to throw that gun is going to be able to take us to that next level. We've been a team that's gone to the NFC Championship game. We've been a team that's gone to the Super Bowl. Now we need to be the team that wins the Super Bowl. The one thing that really came to my mind that sort of made me laugh when I found out the Kansas City Chiefs were the team, because when it came down to it, I really only knew that only 3 teams were going to be going after him. It was going to be the Jets, the Chiefs, or the Cardinals. I think those are the only 3 teams that really needed to step up their quarterback game. Jacksonville, I think, already has their mind made up on where they're going and what they're doing. So I never really kept them, in the fold of what was going on. But being traded to the Kansas City Chiefs mostly reminds me of my childhood with Joe Montana being moved from the 49ers to the Kansas City Chiefs, and then having the big matchup, them playing each other on Monday Night Football, where Joe Montana ran out a perfect game against Steve Young, who also played a good game, and the Chiefs beat us. And I think that was the exclamation point on Joe Montana's career, of him saying, you traded me because you thought I had nothing left in the tank, and I just beat you. And honestly, I don't think the Chiefs and the Niners match up this year. But the next time they do match up and Alex Smith is under center, I think for that one day I will remove my 49er hat and I will be rooting for Alex Smith, because I really do think that he has something to prove in the NFL. I think that he got a bum rap. Coming in, the number 1 pick in the draft. At that time, the San Francisco 49ers really weren't putting together a real football team. They had number 1 pick in the draft, and they went into that draft, and they had 3 players in mind. They had Aaron Rodgers, they had Alex Smith, and they had Braylon Edwards, the 3 best players in that draft. And they basically went to those guys and said, who's it assigned for the cheapest? That's all they were really looking for, was who's going to, help their bottom line at the end of the time. They weren't putting together winning football teams. They were putting together a franchise that was going to make the Yorks some money. After 2 real bad, horrible years, the Yorks changed their mind and moved in a different direction. Now we're back, where we were in the 80s. We haven't been putting any championship trophies up there yet, but we've been there. What I honestly want to do, honestly, when you look at it now, Aaron Rodgers was the right pick, and we didn't make that. But I was the guy that was saying we should pick Braylon Edwards, that big impact wide receiver. We hadn't had it in a long time. We could suck for one more year. We could suck it up with whoever the hell was our quarterback then. Shoot, I should know this. It's not off the top of my mind, but it wasn't the glory years, guys. Don't let me down for not knowing it. But I said, let's pick Braylon Edwards. We'll suck it up for one more year. And the next draft had USC quarterback, the guy that's backing up right now. I wanted to pick him, and I thought he was going to be the franchise quarterback. Matt Leinart, he's the backup for the Raiders right now. I really thought that he was going to put us in the right directions. Obviously, if I was the GM of a football team, it probably wouldn't have worked out, but that was what I had in mind. I really wasn't crazy about bringing Alex in, but I thought that let's give him a chance. And it was like the first 4 seasons, he had 4 different offensive coordinators. Just people kept on, coming and going, and he was never really able to put it together. He had 4 different playbooks to learn every year. I'm sure that, really didn't help him out. And then when he lost his starting job twice to quarterbacks that were honestly just piss poor, horrible, it probably didn't help him out as well. Luckily, Harbaugh stepped in. He said, this is my guy. We're going to move with him in the future. And for him, his future was only a year and a half. But we'll have to see what goes on from here. Hopefully, Andy Reid and that Kansas City job has big plans for him, and they can put together a winning football team for him.